So Rippon is a place, it's a single entity. We don't, as I say, buy any fruits and not selling out. It's a very unique site. Rippon, when I say Rippon, I'm talking about the place. If you were to say Rippon, like it appears on a wine list, Rippon, the first one is the brand, the second one is the place. Okay, it's often an inverted commas on wine list, as you probably see it here as well. So that's the place. That's our farm voice. That's a vector for our farm to, a conduit of the voice of our farm to be able to deliver it into something we can drink and feel texturally as well. Emma's Block and Tinkersfield are two smaller parts in that voice, and I guess for my using my wife's analogy, which I think and should probably admit is kind of cheesy, is that if Rippon is kind of like a choir and an orchestra, I guess Emma's Block and Tinkersfield are two sort of very talented soloists that sit within that. We can show those off in a certain way, which I will discuss, I'll tell you a little bit about later. But mainly, the point is that I came home in 2002 and I found out that I found my colleagues, my dear colleagues, putting into bottle single block wines at the age of 10-year-old vines. And I'd just been at a place that was, you know, it was still declassing 20-year-old vines, 15-year-old vines from Grand Cru into Premier Cru because they didn't think they were getting the markers that they already knew, and they knew for centuries what those markers were, and if they weren't feeling them, then they're not going to try and put them into bottle. That's a really important thing. So I came home and I found that my mates are trying to deliver single vineyard, single block wines with markers they didn't even know what they were. So it's completely just driven by an ego, or at least an ideal of what they wanted to do. So I had a bit of a backlash to that, and it wasn't until 2008, the year before these two vintages that I'm showing you, that I had the confidence after 5-6 years of growing grapes and watching, because remember they're all heavily parcellated in our vineyard, so I can micro-vinify everything and blend and look at everything and see geographical units very, very accurately across many different clones and many different cultivars. So we looked at it as a geographical unit, and we've been watching it for 5 years, 6 years, and once we, over lots of different vintages, lots of different climatic events, we saw that the markers were consistent in those sites, and we had the courage to put them into bottle. And so it's a textural marker that you see the difference across the board.